that one of the things I'm hoping you get from this 3 days is that miracles is a mindset. It's about a mindset. It's about the way you position your mindset about things, right? And so it is important that we're not just waiting for, or we're hoping that something big, spectacular is going to happen one day, someday, something beyond your own um, understanding, or something beyond your own um, connectivity, connections. What I'm trying to say is that this whole miracle mindset is about your mind positioning expectations, what you see, how you hear, how you speak, that everything is about positivity, miracles. That's what we're seeing. Are you getting what I'm saying? That at this
Yeah.
point, we're going to see miracles, we're going to hear miracles, we're going to touch miracles, we're going to speak miracles. We refuse to see anything less. You see? You understand what I'm saying? I was talking to a client yesterday, and was showing me his vision board, and there's nothing wrong about vision boards. So I started talking to that client about about what we were sharing in this program about shoulds and what if, and you could see things just beginning to change in him, just within what, a few minutes. He was just like, oh wow. Yes. The stress of, oh, I should be this, I should do this, I should do that, that all begins to go away. And we're moving into what ifs, into realms of possibility, into realms of explorations, you know. Um, the scripture says, in the book of Psalms, I believe, it says the entrance into your word gives light, right? So that means that there is an entrance, there's a door. There has to be a door. In meditation, you have to go into a place. So in whatever you do, don't forget that there's not just this physical material world, right? And that there's another existence. And you don't have to be a Christian to believe this. This is a very universal application, that you can go beyond your own limitations, so that you can expand your space. You can expand yourself so that good things start to happen. Have you ever seen somebody where, my daughter tells me this, my children tell me this. She said, Mom, I don't know who has more um favor than you in this world. You can go into a place and they'll say you are number 20, you win something, and so my daughter was at the airport one day, and anyway, she got somebody that did something for her. She was like, "Oh my God, I got mommy's favor." I was like, "No, you got God's favor." It's a mindset. I have this mindset that if there's only one thing left, I would have it. Like, it's the mindset. You just have to have that mindset. You have to have the mindset to ask. People, you have not because you ask not. To seek, you have to keep seeking. You have to have a positive mindset. Some people, they will tell you things like, you know um if I have no luck in this world, that everything bad happens to me. They might not even say it, but they expect it. So what I'm trying to move us from is, let's shift into goodness. Let's shift into positivity. There's research that says that these things work, right? You're going to begin to attract to yourself what you see, what you hear, what you think. All of this are together. So today we're going to move into just having this conversation about miracles again. All right. How about our miracle awareness? I want to talk to us again a little bit, remind us a little bit more about our miracle awareness, right? Um, before I move on to that, I want to also talk about environments. Environments. I'm talking about environments or atmosphere. So let's talk about environments and atmosphere. People, your environment is optimal. It is pertinent. It is vital. You can inject all kinds of descriptives that you want for your atmosphere. There was a classic, there's a behaviorist classic, one of the fathers of behaviorism. His name was Watson. And Watson said, give me all types of children from across the globe. It doesn't matter who they are, polka dotted, brown, white, black. It doesn't matter. Bring me all these children, and I can change their lives by just changing their environment. By just changing their environment, right? By just changing their environment. I can turn them into presidents, thieves, bank robbers. I can turn them into CEOs, CFOs, and all I'm going to do is change the environment. The environment for miracles, the miracle environment is important. You can do everything else. If you don't create an environment for miracles, it doesn't work. So you need an environment. You cannot expect some things to happen in chaos, all right? In places of war, all right? Some of your hearts, some hearts are just like war zones. They're always fighting something, always, war zones. And in times of peace is when prosperity happens. That's when things begin to bloom. You understand? So first of all, get your environment, the environment of your soul, you need to quiet it down. And then your natural physical environments, begin to look at the kind of spaces that you inhabit. If your place is cluttered, if it's really dark and dreary, begin to clean it out this year. Begin to make room for the good. If some of you look at your closets and you have clothes that you've had for 10, 20 years, begin to give things away. The lighter, the better. Create environments that are comfortable, that are peaceful, and that is welcoming, welcoming to the good. You understand? So look around you. Everybody take a look around your space that you're at right now. If you look at it and you're like, oh my God, this is so messy, this is so this, then you need to do something about it. Okay, so that's physical. Make it beautiful, make it lovely, and then emotionally, if you're in an environment that's abusive and an environment that is people are yelling, or you're the one yelling at everybody, there's no peace. You need to bring peace into those environments. Peace, be still. You need to bring peace into those environments. All right, you need to bring peace into it. And if you don't have the power to create peace in your environment, then just create a space, where you can be, in tune, where you can meditate, where you can be mindful. Now, peace is not an absence of war. All right. It's usually what starts on the inside of us. So make sure you yourself you are at peace. Do you understand? Make sure so you yourself are at peace. So your environment is important. Your emotional environment, your psychological environment, your physical environment. All of these are important. So please take care of your spaces. Take care of your spaces. Are you with me?
Yes,
Are you
please.
with me? All
Yes.
right. If you hear me, put it down. If you're already doing it, fine. But if you hear me, put it down. Let me know that you're with me. All right. So your physical environment is important. Uh, create spaces, miraculous places. Your car, the car that you drive, the inside of it, your outside of it, create miraculous places. Your own presence. Remember the exercise we did yesterday about light, when I did the body scan with you, and then I asked you to imagine with the guided imagery that you imagine there was a light bulb or some kind of light, and it flows through you all the way to your feet. You all remember that? And then the light begins to ooze out of you. And so you're encased in light. Begin to see yourself that way. So everywhere you go, you're bringing light. Even if there's darkness in that place, you're light. You understand? So you begin to emanate light. You think of yourself, not like this, you're not like, like, oh my God, ooh, so spiritual, nobody can touch you. That's not what I mean. But the fact that there's a presence, you are bringing a presence, and protect that presence. Protect that presence. All right. Okay. Um, yeah, make sure you talk to me in the chat box as I'm going forth. All right. Oh, and then the other things I wanted to also emphasize today is if you need healing, go through these doors into healing spaces. Go through those doors. The door we talked about, those imaginary door, the one that you imagine, can go in through those doors for healing. You can go in through those doors for any kind of recovery that you want. There is healing. There's healing everywhere. All right. So let's go. Where am I? Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about the miracle awareness insight. All right. Miracle awareness insight. That's important. Um, we we have talked about the miracles that have happened in your lives. And sometimes some people might not be able to name big miracles, but you start with little things. You start with little things, and then you begin to go into big things, and you begin to see the big significant ones. And so that's important. Now, I'm going to ask all of you to do this one thing. All right. So everybody's going to do it. The prompt is: I noticed, I discovered, I experienced. Okay, we're talking about miracles. We're talking about change and opportunities and positivity. So I want you to start. You're going to use this words. I noticed. You can write it down. I discovered. I experienced. I engaged. And where everybody's going to take. We're going to take turns to say it. All right. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Please say them again. Please run through them again. I notice,
Okay.
I discover, I experience.
Yes. So you're going to, it's like I noticed, I discovered, I experienced, I engaged. Basically what we're trying to say is, what is a shift? And any shift into something big, into something profound, into something good in your life. It's just the past 3 days that we've been talking and doing this. What I noticed, what is it? I discovered, I experienced, and whatever. You can use any verb you need to use in that. So we want to keep the momentum flowing. Um, Nothing is too big, nothing is too small. All right, but everybody gets to talk in this one, okay?
Yes.
Everybody gets to talk. So, everybody gets to talk. Who wants to go? Okay, I'll just call on you. How about that? So Evangeline, then Mrs. Alexander, Dr. Rogers, Esther, Olaide, Mrs. Shokoya, Janet, Busayo, Winifred, Tola, Ganiyat, in that order, just the order you see yourself on the screen. All right. If you're not able to unmute because you're in a loud place, you can put it in the chat box. But the flow, the energy is really in us voicing it. That's the energies of voicing it, okay? So I noticed, I experienced, I engaged, um, and all right, so go ahead. Oh, I don't see Evangeline anymore. Uh, Dr. Rogers, you go.
Well, I'm just going to base this on the light.
Don't explain, just
Oh,
start.
oh,
I
okay.
noticed.
I noticed I'm filled with light. I discovered that
No,
I,
just choose one. Just choose
oh,
one.
one.
You don't have to
Oh,
do all
okay.
three. Just choose
Okay.
one.
Okay. The one
Yeah.
that I I discovered I can be a distributor of light.
Oh, beautiful. Miss Alexander.
Yes, I noticed that a shift in perception can actually lighten your mood.
Thank you. Olade Shokoya. Okay. Esther, please unmute yourself when I call on you. Esther. All right. Omolayo.
I discovered the creativity, the power of the creativity of my mind.
Evangeline.
I experienced a moment of goodness when I shared what we've learned. We learned the previous days with my daughter's classmates because I was in. We had a meeting. In their school.
Story. No story. Go ahead. Just say your statement.
I experienced goodness when I shared.
I experienced goodness when you shared. Absolutely. Thank you, Janet.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't turn on your thing, I'll move on. Winifred. All right, Elizabeth. Shem Pedok. All right, Tola Rose.
I noticed insights when you were teaching just now.
All right.
I also discovered I can create my miracles.
Ganiat.
So I discovered that purpose is healing on its own. When you have a purpose, you have a sense of healing.
All right. JARS Education. Because I'm assuming that's BIMS. Abdullah. That's BIMS. Abdullah. Okay. Abby.
I discovered, no, I noticed that the gold treasure that I tapped into follows me everywhere. You know, yeah. So I love it. Even when I'm not thinking about it, I just notice it. It comes to my conscious mind, and I love it.
It's all over you. Gina. All right. Oluwaseun. All right, Gloria. Gina, I see you.
Yes,
Hold on,
I
Gloria.
discovered I radiate light.
All right. Gloria, MD. Now,
I discovered
is that a doctor or your name?
it's my surname.
Okay. Go ahead.
I discovered I can be kind to myself by my words.
Steve. Buluatif. Okay.
Yes.
Steve.
Yeah, I discovered gratitude can improve my physical and mental well-being.
Buluatife. Buluatife. Okay. You unmute yourself, but I'll move on if you don't talk. All right. Temitope.
I noticed that my words can pose a limitation, but if worded properly, the possibility becomes easier to see.
Absolutely. Damilola. All right, Ada.
I discovered that miracle, just like faith, is about the mindset.
Lady T. All right. And I think Jennifer just got here, so I don't know if you know what we're talking about. So what we want to do now is grounding into the future, or what is called grounding into future creation. All right. So I invite you to close your eyes. Make sure your feet are firmly on the ground so that you can center yourself. So let's start with just being aware of our breath. Just be aware of your breath. Notice your breath. Just your breathing in and out. Making sure you're taking full breaths. Feel your body that's been supported. Then try to see if you can see the energy in your room. What energy is in your room? Is it giving a loving energy, an anxious energy? What energy is there? If you feel a negative energy, change that energy. Because you're in that room, you can change it. How do you change it? Just begin to release good things into the atmosphere. Your breath is peaceful. Your words, peaceful. We can't proceed until the energy in your room is connected to the same energy that you are giving out. Once you have that, imagine a bridge that extends from this moment, from where you are, from this moment, and that bridge is extending into your future. That bridge is extending to your future. See the bridge. That is your future. And you are standing on the threshold of it. You're standing on this threshold looking into your future. There's a bridge. It's connecting to your future. What are the possibilities? What do you see?
Hello.
Please do not talk during this.
You are not going.
See the bridge. And what do you see? Paint a picture. I want you to see it. I want you to experience it. Hear it. Taste it. Touch it. Smell it. I want you to allow your body to anchor this moment. Your body physically sitting here, but imagination, you're going into your future. Take a deep breath. Exhale. I want you to go back to that bridge again. See that bridge again. And out of everything you see, what stands out? What makes you happy? Pick the one thing. Something that, and smile at it, laugh at it. Like there should be a change. Your heart should be happy. Your heart should be happy. Take a deep breath and come back. Take a deep breath and come back. All right. I want you to write down what you saw in your notebooks, in your journals, whatever. Take a minute and write it down. And then feel free to share with us in the group. I'll wait a minute. All right. Feel free to share with us. Let's see, what do you have here? Okay, so share some things with us in the chat box, or raise your hand to share it. Share with us. What did you see on your bridge? What did you see on your bridge? What's the one thing that made you happy? Either one of those. Put it on the thing. Put it on, some of you might, maybe you struggled, you couldn't see anything. You have to keep practicing it until you're able to. All right. Every one of us has the ability to do this. Every one of us. Okay. I see one hand. I should have more hands up. Who wants to share? Or put it in the chat box. I feel good, very lighthearted. I saw a future of many international travels of great impact, helping people with their plan. Yes, good. You saw this clearly. Very good. Dr. Rogers, go ahead.
Yes, it's like, walking out from that room, and I was looking across the bridge, and I just saw someone very tall, looking very peaceful, and beckoning me with smiles, smiles, and smiles. And as I moved closer, I still saw those 3 boxes that I saw in the room I saw 4, but today I saw 3 boxes, and they were labeled. And when I looked at the labels, there were things that I had been, thinking about and wanting in my life.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. All right. All right. I'm waiting for more experiences to be shared or put down. Come on, this is how this works. All right. Winifred. Oh, I thought you were not here. Winnie, go ahead.
So when I got to the bridge, I saw fishes. And then guess who I saw? I saw you snorkeling among those fishes. And I said, go, girl, go, girl. That's what I saw when I was on the bridge.
It's funny. What does that mean? I don't know.
Well, it's just really that, you were able to break free from the fear of water and everything and swim
Yes.
underneath. So whatever fears I have, since you're as human as I am, I too can break free. But it was just the abundance of, you were surrounded by abundance. You were surrounded by different types of fishes, I will have to go and, look for some of the fishes I saw, what their names are. But there were so many colors. So it was like, Winifred, I'm surrounded by so much abundance. Can't you see? And from my bridge, I'm like, yes, I can see. And that just brought a smile to my face.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Damilola says, I saw a younger version of myself in white, I think, at the bridge smiling at me. Oh, what does that mean to you, Damilola? What do you think that means?
Okay.
Hello?
Hello.
What do you think that means? What did that mean to you when you were there, when you did that?
I can't say what it mean. I think I can speak of what it feels like.
Yeah, yes. Okay, that's good.
So I think I felt free. I don't know. I somehow felt I felt and I'm still feeling light. And I have I don't know, in my mind, I have this possible mindset. That was just how I felt.
Okay, excellent. Anyone else? You guys don't tell me what's going on with you. I need to know. If you struggled with it, I need to know. If you did it and were able to see something, I need to know. So come on, let's talk. Miss Ray, please put down your hand. Who else? Lady T, go ahead.
Okay, so so when I crossed the bridge, I saw possibilities, lots of possibilities that brought me into, and I heard financial freedom. And so I heard debt, freedom from debt. And I also saw myself in a big, spacious new home.
Right.
That's something that I'd, always wanted, in a big home. And upstairs there were 4 bedroom, downstairs a guest room and an ensuite guest room. A lot of space, really bright, well lit up home. And I was sitting in the living room. I was really happy. I was there was a calm about me, and I was relaxed. And my kids were happy because we had crossed from just kind of like having a little bit more to having abundance, and the fact that they could have the things that they really, want. And so I just really saw that transformation. But then when you said it's time to start coming back, then I started wondering, okay, but I can't see a partner, a husband. And then I was like, oh, okay. And then I realized that, okay, God is going to bring me into this experience. This abundance is possible even as a single person before. And I don't really know, God does not necessarily need a man in my life to do that. And even though that's a desire, that will come. But this is where God is taking me. And I just really need to just really enjoy it. So, yeah.
And it doesn't mean that there's no evil partner there. It just means that you didn't see it. You didn't identify it in this first time.
Sure.
Remember, this is not the only time we're going to do this. Try to practice this as often as you can.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what that means. We didn't spend enough time because we just can't. It's supposed to grow and grow. And honestly, one thing at a time sometimes, if you can't focus on a lot of things. So that's why I said, focus on the one thing that brings you so much joy and happiness. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. There's some people already writing here. I got to my bridge and saw trees, leaves blown by winds, and then I heard voices, and then they got louder, and it was to see children swimming around me in the park. Oh, that's a beautiful one. I struggled as I came to the bridge. Yeah. And so Evangeline, so when you came to the bridge, what happened? Evangeline?
So when I came to the bridge, yes, when I came to the bridge, I think I had a lot of fears of where I was going, because there was a lot of darkness beyond the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you remember the first part of the practice was to make sure that you are well aligned. So if you do not do this if you are fearful, if you are anxious or stuff, because you're going to project something negative into your future. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself together. Take your deep breaths. If you need to do tapping, do some tapping, whatever you need to do to get yourself into your heal and rest. It's in our heal and rest that miracles happen. So you want to get yourself into that and kind of calm yourself. And once you're done, then you want to start doing this guided imagery thing, this projection into your future. We don't want to do it if you are still not settled properly in yourself. Well, that's important. So work on centering yourself, work on healing this whatever that fear is, work on that, get it together, and then you can do this projections. Does that make sense? All right, that's important. Then the next one I want us to work on is it's called the miracle map. It's called the miracle map, and this is beyond goal setting. This is not about goal setting, because remember I always talk about, goal setting. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. This is a miracle map. This is a miracle map, right? So at the beginning of this, I asked you to have a pen and paper, or pencil and paper, something to write on something to write with, or you can, if you have an iPad, you can use your iPad, whatever you want to use, it doesn't matter. Write down. I want you to write down right now. All right. Take a moment and write down where you are right now in key areas of your life. All right. In key areas of your life. Where are you? In key areas of your life. So you're talking relationally, academically, professionally, spiritually, just key areas of your life. Write it down. Where am I right now in the key areas of my life? Where am I? Where am I? Basically, I want you to note what is working well and what feels like it's challenging. What's working well, what's challenging. All right. What has been challenging? What has been the constraints? What have been the constraints? Either realistic constraints or limiting beliefs with everyone. What have been the constraint? Are you with me? All right, make sure you're writing that down. All right. Take a moment to do this. This is important. All right. So once you have answered a question, every limitation that you wrote down, we're going to say, what if this wasn't true? What would happen if this wasn't true? Then write down 3 impossible dreams you've been holding back that have not happened yet. They sound impossible. They haven't happened. And you don't even know how it's going to happen. So 3 of them, write those 3 down. Based on what you have written thus far, write those 3 down. All right. Write down 3 impossible dreams. 3. Only 3. Don't write more than 3. Just 3. And if you don't have up to 3, that's fine. But just no more than 3. Write 3 because we're about to do something with it.
Prof, I think I'm stuck with that because you've used the word impossible and my Christian brain is saying,
yeah, a lot of you Christians and stuff might get stuck in that one. Everything is possible to God. All right. Yeah, but God makes the impossible possible, right? So it has to be impossible first before God makes it possible. So
So
let's use another word. You can use another word like challenging.
Okay.
So basically something that you have not been able to achieve by yourself till now. Does that make sense? So I'll give you guys a few more minutes. I'll be right back. Are you ready? Do you all have your impossible, the 3 challenging things? Do you all have it? Yes?
Yes, please.
Okay. So if you're ready, put in the chat box, yes, I'm ready. Come on. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. I'm not going to move on until I see all your yes, I'm ready. I only see 2 yes, I'm ready. 3. Yes, the rest of you, I'm waiting. Okay, yes, I'm ready. I got 4 people. I got 5 people. Come on. Yes, I'm ready. All right. All right. More like it. Come on, more people like me. Yes, I'm ready. I need to know that you're there. You're not taking up space. Come on. Yes, I'm ready. Okay, I see you. Well done, well done. More yes, I'm ready. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Yes, I'm ready. Woo-hoo. All right. So, take another deep breath. Right? We are about to practice what we do in psychology known as the miracle question. All right? So close your eyes and imagine that you wake up on January 1st, 2026, or whatever today's date is. Today's 10th, January 10th, 2026. And everything has unfolded in the most miraculous way possible. Everything, the things that you just talked about, it has unfolded in the most miraculous way. All right? Take a minute to think about that. Those 3 things you wrote down, 1 thing you wrote down, 2 things or 3 things. You woke up a year from today, January 10th, 2026, and everything has happened, have unfolded in the most spectacular, miraculous ways. You just woke up and it has happened. All right? It has happened. You woke up and it has happened. Where are you waking up? Where are you? Where are you waking up? Who is around you? What does your space feel like? When you woke up, and what's the first thing you do when you woke up? You woke up and everything has happened that you wrote in those 1, 2, and 3 is happened. Where are you waking up? Who is around you? I want you to see it. Who is around you? What does your space look like? See it in bright colors. And what's the first thing you do? What's the first thing you do? What work are you doing? Do you have a job? Do you have a career? Do you have something? What are you doing in this miracle world? Who are you connecting to? Who are you connecting with? How do you feel in your body? What brings you what brings you joy in this world? January 10th, 2026. It's a completely different world where your miracles have happened. What are you most proud of? Have you made any impact in your world? Will you make any impact in your world? What relationships do you have that are flourishing? And what does this miracle create? It has come to pass. What are you creating from it? What are you birthing from it? What are you doing with it? Okay. All right. All right. Stay in your place for a little while. And then if you have your notebook, I'm going to share my screen. I want you to write this down. Don't tell me to send it to you. I'm going to write it down, or you can take a screenshot if you want, because these are my own notes. Let me take off. I'll be with you in a minute. I just need to pull it up. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. And I want you can write this down if you want, because I'm just giving you some templates of things you should be trying on your own in your meditation time. All right. Okay, so here we go. So extract the essential elements from your vision. Once you can always close your eyes and do this again and again and again and again. So number one, identity shifts. Like you must change. When these miracles happen, you change. Who have you become? Who have you become? Who have you become? You cannot stay the same. You have to keep moving from one level to another. Who have you become? Have you become the better self, or are you become a worse of yourself? Have you become a better self? Are you filled with love? Are you filled with hope? Are you filled with patience? Are you more understanding? Are you a giver? Are you those things? Who have you become? Are you wiser? Who have you become? What new beliefs do you hold about life? Hopefully they're good beliefs. They're better beliefs about life. Not that you have to do all the work and work and work and work and work and work, and then maybe you get a little bit of things. But maybe a belief that, once you show up, just showing up and moving forward, things rush towards you. No, those are beliefs, So what beliefs do you have? What is your mindset about? What new beliefs do you hold? What new beliefs you will, movement is when we're moving, things begin to happen. It's accelerated. It's things accelerated. Things made possible for us. How do you show up differently? How do you show up? Do you show up as the one who always stays in the back of the crowd? Are you showing up with shame? Are you no, that is not coming into this new place. You're showing up with yourself. Be proud of who you are at this point, because you have experienced it. You know it's going to happen because you've already seen it happen. Right? And then number two, we're talking about external manifestations. All right. What tangible results are present? What have you created or achieved? What has changed in your environment? So if you see yourself in a big house, somebody talked about that, in a big house and this house, you have to start with what is it that you can mark it with? What is it that you can go to mark this with? What is this you're marking this with? If you see yourself a great swimmer and stuff, you need to, okay, maybe go buy a bathing suit. What are you going to mark it with? What are the external manifestations of this? All right, something needs to change. Something needs to change in the environment. Something needs to change. And the impact and connection. How are others affected by your transformation? How are others affected by your transformation? What communities are you a part of? We're all interconnected. We're all interlaced. What community are you a part of? These are the things we're looking for. What communities are you building? What communities are you a part of? What legacy are you building? What legacy are you leaving behind? You've come to this seminars that we've done this past 3 days, not just so you can, have this or that, but you can build a bridge to the future. You can build a bridge not just for your own generation, but it goes on to the future. And what is that? What is that? What is that? What legacy are you leaving? And this is why we need to have things that we're passing on. We're passing on things to people around us. So think in terms of legacy building. Legacy building. What do I pass on to the next generation? And so those are the things that I need you to kind of, grapple with as you continue in 2025. These are things that you're not just for today, they're for you to practice all through the year. It is your year of legacy building. All right. All right. And I'll just teach you one more thing and then we'll be done. I think I have a little bit more time. All right. I'll just teach you one more thing and then we should be done. All right. This next new one is called rapid miracle mapping. This is a quick one. How many people want to learn this one? It's called rapid miracle mapping. This is quick. All right. All right. Look at the vision board and the 3 things that you wrote, the 3 miracle things that you wrote. Select the most energizing element from that vision. The thing that gets you excited, select the most energizing one from your vision. Write that one thing at the top of your paper. Okay? That one thing that's as exciting as engaging, write it at the top of your paper. Then rate the reality of it on a scale of 1 to 10. What's the reality of it for you? Without a miracle, what's the reality of it? Okay. So I want you to practice turn that thing on the top of the page. That's the quick, rapid miracle mapping. That one thing on the page. Commit to it for 90 days, 6 months, 12 months. You need miracle milestones on this for 90 days, 6 months, and 12 months. And what are you to do? You have to practice all of these things that I've taught you in the seminars. Practice them and then go for it, and start acting like you already have it. Be engaging in it. If you were maybe saying that you want to be a doctor, I'm just making this up. And maybe in, where you think you're too old or you're too this or whatever, None of that. No more barriers. You begin to act as if you can do it. So you get the application, you fill the application. Look, if there's only one spot, you are going to get it. All right? Whatever it is that you need, that's a miracle milestones. 90 days, 6 months, 12 months. 90 days, 6 months, 12 months. Miracle milestones. So then you say to yourself, what is the one action I can take in the next 24 hours in this area? What is the next 24 hours can I take? Schedule it and move towards it. Remember, now you're flowing not just in this realm of imagining it and creating it, but you also go into the realm of the material of actually taking the actions to what you have seen in your visions, in your intuitions. Why this becomes easier is because what you see in your intuition is already there. It's easier for you to materialize it because it's already there. Sometimes we're just making things up in our own heads, and to bring that up just takes so much work. That's the difference. Not that you're not going to engage in work, but when it's from your intuition, it's already there. It's already there. It's already there. So you're just pulling from what is already there. All right. That is why we're doing this. What you've written down needs to be a written document. What we've done today is written, is practice that you should keep practicing from days 1 and 2 and 3. Get the three YouTube link, listen to them over and over again. All right. And understand that if you want to understand what we've been doing today, is we're aligning everything together. So it's not just, some people who are very spiritual, they have their spiritual thing on. I confess this and I quote this, but their emotions, their psychological, their social, their environment is so not aligned. So what you're doing is you're aligning everything so that you don't work so hard. You work, you are flowing. You're flowing with the ebbs and the flows of miraculous living. All right. That's what I want you to know. Everything is aligned. Everything is aligned. The way you feel, the way you talk, the way you live, everything is aligned. All right. And then that you begin to reveal what it is that you've already seen. You begin to manifest a thing that you've already seen. So that is how you create a miracle map. All right, your miracle map is your compass. It's not a contract, it's your compass. It's how you navigate life. All right, it's how you navigate life. We in our culture, they say, oh, don't share anything with anybody, In this space, you find somebody who is flowing with you, all right, and share with them, be accountable to each other. You understand? Share with them, be accountable to each other. Review your miracle map constantly, all right, and you will find out that it begins to happen. It begins to happen. It begins to happen. It begins to happen. I have done this. I know it works. All right. And it's different from saying, oh, just see it and then don't do anything. You have to do the vision, but you also have to be accountable. You have to have the accountable steps. How am I getting to this? How am I getting to this? I have there was a time where we wanted to get a house. I saw this house that I really, really liked, but the house was in a city that was so expensive. It was just really, really too expensive, out of our budget. So I did this, I practiced this thing that I'm telling you, and imagined that house, or whatever. I did it all. And then one day, my real estate person called me and said, Dr. Moreno, guess what? I found a house in another city. That exact same house I told you I saw, it was as if somebody took it and put it in this city for almost like 50% off. No, actually more than 50% off. It was like let's say about 65% off. Totally. It was like somebody picked it up and put it. It was also in a good city. Exactly. And I can give you stories and stories of this. This thing works. You don't have to work so hard. Always stressing and everything. If you flow from the intuitive part of you. All right. I think that's all I got for you today. Anything else? Let's see. Any questions? Any questions? All right. Okay, then. I wish you well. I hope that by the year 2026, Amalaya.
Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry. There was this last one, you called it rapid miracle mapping. There was a mapping you called that I didn't get. I wanted to get the previous one before the rapid miracle map.
Yeah, the previous one was the miracle mapping itself. But the rapid is just taking one thing from it and focus on that one thing. Yes, there's a recording that will be Big Bay said she will send it to all those who register. So if you didn't register, please do register so that you can receive the recording. For those of you who are on the TI, the trauma coaching, we'll just post it on there for you guys. All right. Thank you for sharing space with me today. I will see you middle of the year. Goodbye. You're all quiet. Goodbye. Are you there?
Bye,
Did you fall
ma'am. God bless
asleep?
you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. Don't fall asleep on me now.
Not at
All
all.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're welcome. You're welcome.
I see myself flying with the miracle mapping, the rapid miracle mapping.
Woohoo!
Thank you, Prof. Thank you so much. It's been really
Are you going
insightful.
to share the recording?
We'll send the recording.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much for this gift. Have a
You are
great
welcome.
weekend.
You're welcome. We're welcome. We're welcome. Let's all go live a miraculous life. Yay! Woo-hoo!
Yay!
Yes, yes, yes. I'm also a part of this army. I also am everything I'm asking you to do, I'm practicing it myself. So we're going to do it. All right.